Hello, hello.
Welcome to the show, the Alien Invasion Show. We try and take over the world and the culture.
Yes,
How you doing?
thank you.
How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good, thank you. It's much better weather today anyway. That's for sure.
That's good. That's good. I see. It seems pretty good outside today over here.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we've had a few storms. It's very bipolar, I would say, with the weather over here.
Same, same. I feel like our weather is. We got that. We got that UK weather.
Yeah, it's like it'll be sunny one day. It can rain in the same day. It's like what the fuck? It's like what the hell?
I feel like people usually clump Scotland with England together.
Yeah, I mean, I do have English friends and whatnot, but we have a lot of like differences and whatnot for sure.
Like, how's the music scene over there versus like what your friends on? Is it
Uh,
different or
well,
what? Or same?
honestly, for me personally, with my music, I listen to a lot of very kind of, I would say, kind of underground, but they're also up and coming, very popular. So Fake Mink, Smoke Dope 2016, Fang's a good one. I'll give a shout out to Penguin Corpse as well. Actually in Scotland. He does kind of indie stuff, and I'm rocking with him. So shout out to Penguin Corpse. He's really cool.
For sure, for
But
sure.
with my friends and whatnot, they've been very like encouraging, kind of as I've got them into it, because a lot of them listen to like kind of mainstream stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
We would share that behind me is kind of this album right here, Wu-Tang Clan 36 Chambers. Let me get a good view on it. That is the most important album of my life, I would say. We've got some others here. So we got
Yeah.
Illmatic, Straight Outta Compton,
Straight out of
GNX, and
Compton.
then
That's a good one. I
yes,
don't think we talked
on
about
this
that.
side, yeah, on this side, Mad Villain, The Doors, Currents, and Deftones around for a bit of like a bit more kind of
You got
harder
some of
stuff
that
in
new
there.
school Kendrick right there too. I got some for you. I got
Yeah,
some
that
for you.
was
I got some. You see this right here?
yes,
Mac
Mac
Miller.
Miller.
Mac Miller. But I got something else.
Oh my God.
You know what this is? The Clips.
Oh, yo, I love that album. That's so good. That's Pusha T and his brother, right?
The Clips. Yo. Can't forget
Yeah,
Pharrell on the
absolutely.
production.
Yeah, Pharrell, they done it all like with Pharrell and stuff and whatnot. It was really cool. Just classic kind of
Even
sounding album.
I can't believe they tried to cut off the Kendrick Lamar verse. Then the Clips, him and his brother, they left the record label because they're like, nah, we're not for that censoring type of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, literally. Like that's what their whole thing is about. Like you can hear it in the among the record. It's this is culturally inappropriate. It's the whole theme of the record. It's to push the limits and stuff like that, you know?
Yep, that's true. That's true. So like, how's your journey been? Like coming from Scotland or whatnot? That's unique.
It's been very unique. Like I think my journey it will be a lot different going forward as well, especially when I start with like promotion and whatnot. And like another future aspiration I have is like doing shows in the future. I want to like try and get songs. I think I have a couple songs already where I could absolutely perform live should it come to it. I want to build that up though and build my ability. My confidence is through the roof. That's another thing. Like I started off with a mask on and I kind of like as I built up and I got more validation. People were like, "Yo, you're doing something right." And I was like, "You know what? I'm going to go all in." Absolutely. And it adds that personality too. So it's just going from there, really. That's my journey. Is just kind of what can I do better than last time and just keep doing that,
I feel
basically.
you, brother. I feel you. We always try and get better, better, better.
Yeah, 100%. That's every single time. Even like if I feel my music's been doing all right recently, and again, my friends are saying, "Oh, this is good," whatever. I don't let that be like, "Okay, I'm not going to get comfortable there." I don't think that's something I would ever allow myself, honestly. You need to always have that aspiration. You don't want to replace hunger with comfort. You don't want to do that. That's
Nah,
something I've always been told. Always been told
yeah,
that, you know?
always. I heard. I think it was Lil Wayne. I think he said, always treat each track like it's the first time someone's hearing you.
Yeah, because it can be. It absolutely can be. Is well true, 100%.
I like to come up. I like to come up. But, so tell me, what's your journey been like with text and all that? Like, how that start?
Oh, that goes way back, like meeting online and whatnot. Me and Tex shared interest in video games and like sports, and then it came to music. And he started doing music long before I did. He's been on this for time, and again, shout out Tex,
Of
who's
course, of
just
course,
he's been very crucial. Him and a guy called Cash are both somewhat are both two people that
definitely.
have been really important to my kind of journey that I've met online, and they've still because they can give you a different perspective too, like on things that I'm doing because they're from a
Same. Yeah,
different cultures, you know?
definitely, definitely. So like,
Yeah.
how would you say you would rate like outside of the UK and Scotland? Like what would you rate like the USA or Canada or like hip hop, rap, or just music in general?
Oh, they are the pioneers, and to this day, like I like the new scene and whatnot. I think honestly, for me, everything's went into subgenres, and it's all about finding what you like. And for me in the US, there's obviously, like you said, Clips you mentioned earlier, Mac Miller as well. An act I'd like to point out is God Hand USA. They do some awesome stuff, some kind of classic sounding
Definitely,
stuff with
definitely.
a new spin, you know?
You know JPEG Mafia?
Yes, JPEG Mafia. I'm a big fan of Devon Hendrix's old work. He made the Ghost Pop tape, that album. I'm on the lookout for that one. I would love that, own that one for sure.
Yeah, I'm saying because you know he dropped that latest album.
I did see
How you
his
feel
promotion was kind
about
of.
him saying he's like the guy of alternative experimental rap? Like, I guess like he basically saying he started it or something, but I don't think he started it.
I think I think honestly, for the whole promotion of experimental rap, he was trying to like be on a troll run basically. The pioneer of like the guy that took underground kind of experimental stuff to the next level. Two guys were Madlib and MF Doom, in my opinion. I think
Oh
those are
yeah,
the two
that's
guys.
true.
They're the two guys when they made Madvillain, it changed hip hop forever. I think that's my opinion anyway.
Also, I remember when Kanye West made Yeezus, and people was like, either you liked it or you didn't.
It's one of those ones that ages with time as well. I think regardless of my thoughts on Kanye personally and whatnot, I
Yeah,
think that like some of his albums are great. 808s and Heartbreaks is also up there, I would say. Like that's
yeah,
definitely there's a lot of like work that's aged. Cherry Bomb by Tyler the Creator is probably another one I would say, you know? I think that
yeah, that's
one it
true.
wasn't very liked like initially and then it kind of
Yeah,
it grew on people.
some albums they grow on people, like the
Yeah.
Big Steppers, Mr.
Yeah,
Morale.
Mr. Morale, like Kendrick Lamar, that one I think it was because it was Kendrick's most emotional record as well, you know? It was very
His
personal
most
to him. It
open,
was
languid,
something
open, everything.
I think I think that brings me on to the fact that one of the reasons I love it so much, I think it's one of his best works. And again, it
Oh,
leads me to
definitely one of.
everybody should make like music for themselves. You know, if people rock with it, they rock with it, and you can build on that. But like the thing that makes it so special in those occasions is it's personal. No one else can replicate like Kendrick's experiences
His own
around that time.
stories, his own life.
Yeah, because you can hear and feel the story, you know, in his music.
Definitely, definitely.
Hmm. It's relatability. That's something you want, you know? I feel like again, like Mac Miller is good with that, open about mental health and whatnot. I think it's a good way to be, like, especially in that kind of area,
Shout
you know?
out to Mac Miller. Shout out to all the ones we
Yeah.
lost: Mac Miller, Juice WRLD, Oliver Tree. Because Oliver Tree
Oh, that
was
one's
speaking about that real stuff, like be true to who you are, ugly is beautiful. You know?
yeah, that's what he said at the start of every show that he'd done. I've got a friend who was like a big fan of him, you know, and he was very like kind of heartbroken, I would say. I I knew like some of his work and whatever. I appreciated like what was behind it and whatnot. Personally, I don't think a lot of his stuff was like for me. But again, it's like I appreciate the way he spoke and whatnot about just being yourself and authenticity, that kind of vibe.
he got this one track with Killer Mike. You might like
Yeah, Killer Mike is
Killer Mike is
honestly,
another one that's good. Always speak about
I,
real stuff, like just real
I,
truth.
yeah, I didn't get the hate on Killer Mike. Honestly, I think when he won the Grammys and people were mad Travis did not win it. Honestly,
First
I'm
people,
sure that's just
yeah.
because
First
most
people
people
are
hadn't
like,
heard Killer Mike.
the Grammys is not about the culture. Then people are like, nah, Travis got snubbed. Well, you can't have which one. Pick one. You can't have both.
I know, like if you actually listen to the Killer Mike album, it's personal. It's got a lot of authenticity. It's bringing that old school style kind of back. It was like a wave with clips and whatnot recently. I think I appreciated that a lot. Big L album too. That got dropped, and that was actually pretty cool.
The Griselda
Oh, yes, Griselda's awesome.
with
West Side Gun, all that stuff.
LL Cool J when he dropped his album.
Yeah, legit. We've got a lot of just very kind of I wouldn't say like the kind of old school sounding albums, but like it does feel like that kind of wave right now, you know?
That's true. That's true. That's true. So like, you have any like future plans, future goals, or anything coming up?
Uh, Honestly, I think it's one's just mostly improving and just building more connections like I already have been. Although I've not quite like I wouldn't say you need connections, so to speak, but it's always good to have. Another thing is just I'm looking forward to is just building up towards going to shows and whatnot, like kind of getting a start on that, building up my confidence more. Like it's just stuff like that. I want to just generally be in a better place, in my opinion, than I was before. That's the only goal, not to compare myself to anybody else out
No,
there.
yeah,
If
I see what
I'm
you
in a better place, yeah, if I'm in a better place than I was before, I've succeeded. That's simple for me. It's just keep it simple and build.
mean. So, have you been like recently to any other shows?
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel like it's good sometimes to go to shows, see how they're doing it, see what you can do if you have a show,
Yeah,
and if you
I
like the music, you
absolutely
like the
like.
music. Sometimes if you
Yeah,
go
I've been
to a show that's
experiencing.
local, you can talk to the artist.
I've done that a few times. Like I say, I'm like one of my friends is in a band. I've gone to a few others,
Oh,
like experienced some different stuff, around like towns and
definitely,
that. I've just
definitely.
taken it in. I try and watch like their stage presence. I feel like that's an important thing to take in as well, you know?
Even no matter what genre it is, all artists have like something in common.
Yeah, that passion just to keep going.
So like other than rap, what are you like into? Like what do you got out there in Scotland?
Honestly, we have a lot succeeded like in terms of artists from Scotland and around here. Like I could give mentions to the big ones and whatnot. So like Calvin Harris, for example, well known. He's like a DJ and stuff. But then I think it's mostly like kind of indie, kind of rock kind of stuff that we've had, like in terms of like popping off over the years.
Uh,
So Franz Ferdinand,
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
example.
I don't know if maybe you might know is he might be Irish maybe. Is Lewis
Mhm.
Capaldi's from Scotland?
Yes, he is Scottish.
Yeah, I
He
knew one Scottish person. Like, hey, I think this guy's Scottish.
Yeah, we've got a few anyway, but in terms of rap and whatnot, we have a few even in the underground and whatnot. Like I've said, like up and coming artists. Like I would say one of the most well known is a guy called Jad, who's on like 50K monthly listeners.
Oh,
He's got
that's cool.
he's got a song called PSG that has like millions of listens. So it's stuff like that where it's like you can build from there. There's definitely a market and a niche for it, so to speak.
All right, all right. Outside of music, if I go to Scotland, like, what do you think I should do, or do you think I should go eat somewhere? Like, what's up?
Yeah, there's a lot of good places to eat. The only thing is, I wouldn't say it's like Scottish food. Like all our restaurants are like Chinese takeaways and like Indian takeaways
I guess
and all that.
I guess you could say that about over here. Like, it's not really American food, as per se. It's like a
Yeah,
mix of
very.
everything.
Very true, very true. Like, unless you like haggis, which is literally sheep's blood. I'm not rocking with that personally.
Maybe
I
because you
don't
can
like
try it one
haggis.
time.
I mean, if
You'd
it's
be like, I said
you
I
you can't
tried it.
you can't bash until you tried something, you know, but yeah,
Hey,
not for
hey,
me.
if I try it, you got any drinks I should just drink down? Like, what's the drink situation to wash it down?
I would I'd say our most famous drink is Iron Brew, without a doubt. I remember reading that I believe it was at one point in time, Scotland was one of the only countries in the world where Coca-Cola or Pepsi wasn't the top sold drink. I need to fact check that, but I'm pretty sure it was something like that.
In your opinion, Coca Cola or Pepsi?
I'm not much of like I would say fizzy drinks guy, I guess. I would probably say like I've had more experience with Pepsi, but
What's your go to? Like,
yeah.
you like water? Everybody likes water.
Yeah, I got my water. I'll have like sometimes I'll have like iced tea or whatever. That's a good one, I think. Honestly, I love iced tea. That's something about me. I can't get over it. It's so good.
So, what's your thoughts on how nowadays you could just be independent without a label, do the music thing, do your thing, do music videos, connect with people. You
Mhm.
don't need a label no more.
Yeah, it's honestly it's great. It's why so many I would say subgenres and people kind of in the underground are actually popping off and able to build a name for themselves right now is they're able to just control everything. They're able to be unique, be weird. Like I would say a lot of people in the underground are weird as hell, but
That's
it
crazy.
works. It's it's one of the best things you can have. It's just these random references and whatnot, but also just being talented as hell and being just find your niche, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like I remember when Danny Brown was coming up, they were like, "Who's this weirdo rapping?"
Oh
And then
yeah,
a
because
few,
he done it with didn't he rap with no teeth in or something, and he ends up being very successful later on, you
yeah,
know?
and when he got that unique voice,
Yeah, it's you know you can't the only way you can replicate that voice is if you get all your teeth knocked out. I don't want to
hey,
do that anyway.
some people thought Eminem was weird at first.
Oh yeah, nah, Eminem he started a whole like movement. This is the thing, you know. Well, if you want something to be singular or not comparable to anything else, like all these guys, Eminem or Wu-Tang Clan, you know, when Wu-Tang Clan came out, all these people are saying the same thing, you know. What the hell? What the hell is this? These videos are on a cheap budget. They're rapping about samurai swords and all that
The
stuff. And eventually,
ODB, shout out to him.
yeah, and eventually they become one of the most successful acts because you don't know unless you put it out there, you know? That's just how
Exactly.
I see it. You don't know.
So like, how you feeling about like your future goals and whatnot, future plans?
Just very stay persistent is what I keep telling myself.
You got anything else you want to say or shout out? Like, where can we find
Uh,
you?
okay, so I'm on SoundCloud, YouTube. I do all my music videos for basically every song. My name's Marlonix on both. I'll be on other social media soon, Spotify as well. I'm really looking forward to that. I'd like to shout out a couple people. So, Captain Blacklung, you absolute legend. Thank you as well for everything. He's very
Yeah.
integral, very important person to my music and whatnot. You know, my family, my girlfriend and stuff, they're again the people I've kind of fall back on and stuff like that. And the guy who likes Victor Gyökeres, you're an absolute weirdo. Why do you like him up front? Nah, but for real, like genuinely, there's a lot of cool people in my life that encourage this journey as well, and that's been really helpful and integral to building my confidence. Is my friends will watch my music videos with me like when they premiere, like a watch party of sorts.
And I like your style, like what you put into your music, into your videos. You know, hip hop stuff, comic book stuff,
Yes,
cultural
absolutely.
stuff,
That's
pop
Mhm.
culture, like that thing, like the video behind you.
Oh yeah, that's Soul Calibur 2, one of my favorite fighting games ever made. I love fighting
I
games.
just like the fact that Link's there.
Yeah, he was in the Nintendo GameCube version. If you got Xbox, you got Spawn, and if you got PlayStation, you got Heihachi from Tekken. What a time.
Definitely, definitely. What a time.
But yeah, thank you again for having me. It's been absolutely awesome. You take care in everything you do.
Yeah, you can call me Alien. You can find me anywhere, bro. You can find me on YouTube mostly. I'm on YouTube until I get onto other platforms like Spotify.
Hell yeah.
And how you feel about the mask? If you
I was gonna
if
say
you want to get into
just
that
before
too,
I
right quick.
went, I was just gonna ask about it, honestly. That's another thing I've very crucial to my life in general is professional wrestling. I've watched WWE, TNA, AEW, New Japan for
Definitely, definitely.
as long as I can remember. My favorite luchadors are for mainstream it's Rey Mysterio, but overall I like my niche pick is Ultimo Dragon, I would say. I think I like he's the coolest to me.
Hell yeah. We can't forget the iconic Rey Mysterio.
Of course, Rey Mysterio. I think Penta's like the up and coming guy. They want him to be like the new Rey because they were looking for years. They were struggling.
Oh yeah. Because Rey Mysterio's son don't wear a mask, right?
No, but he's a star. He'll be there for the next like 10 years.
For sure, for sure. And you know,
Yeah.
when I first showed this mask, you know, the bully thing, Kanye West,
Yeah.
they'd be like, oh, bully Kanye West. I'm like, well, I kind of thought about this before he did that, but it's all cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking more like it was very old school style, like luchador, definitely. Like 70s.
Definitely. Remember Jack Black movie, Luchador?
It's Nacho Libre, which
Nacho
is
Libre.
based on a true story, by the way.
But yeah,
But
man,
yeah,
hip hop, the culture, music videos, all that. I feel like
yeah.
I feel
But
like we're doing it. I feel like we're doing it.
yeah, definitely.
Even the
We'll get
newcomers,
there.
even
We'll
the
get there.
newcomers like Corday, Marlon Craft, Travis Thompson.
Yeah. Hmm.
You know what I'm
Marlon
saying?
Craft is. I do like Marlon Craft and
Yeah.
Corday as well. I think he's the only one that survived from YPN,
Yep.
so to speak.
Yep. Other guy got beat up, but he went to jail. Almighty J. Then the other one tried to sing, but they were not having it. The fans.
Yeah,
Soul Train.
it got memed. It got memed as hell.
Yeah. Otherwise, man, I'll catch you later.
Yes, thank you. And you stay
Thank
safe,
you for
man.
coming on the Alien Invasion show.
All right. Thank you for having me.